Hello everyone, here, and welcome to some Lightning Witch gameplay. This is actually one of my newest character in the current league, which I started to make after I made that video with when I used the Arc, actually, my Arc Witch. So I wanted to see if I could actually do working in at least relatively good damage ball Lightning Witch. And this character, it's not done yet, I was gonna say that. And after my, as I at least think, my success with my Incinerator Witch, which I still consider to be the best build I ever made, actually better than my melee builds, and I'm very happy with my melee builds as well. I want to see if I, with a similar setup, could make an lightning build, but this time I'm gonna go and take the boss in the end of the video. And a similar setup to my Incinerate Witch in terms of the skill tree, not an exact copy, because, well, I'm using lightning and that build uses fire, so, but the principle to be quite similar. And of course I'm going to show my gear and all that later. And before anyone asks, if you wonder why my ball lightning looks like this, well, let's just say that I used a microtransaction before anyone asks, because I know people like to ask that. It is the celestial ball lightning effect, if you're wondering. But so for this character, being very fun to play, but quite hard to leveling up actually, much harder than my Fire Witch, because for one, this one have required much more expensive gear. I almost have all of the expensive gear sorted out, and that's actually why I've taken some time for me to actually make this video, because I have been forced to play on my Incinerator Witch to farm some currency to get the items I needed, and I'm still missing one expensive item, which are the Core of the Storm. I think I pronounced that right. Core of the Storm. It was not core. Whatever. It's an amulet, a lightning amulet. Because I want that amulet. I also have had to get a 6-linked. What's the name for that item now? A 6-linked Impulsion's Broken Heart. It was. So, and that took a lot of time to farm up, because I have such a terrible lack when it comes to linking stuff myself. I have only, this is this is true, I have only 6-linked one thing ever. Well, I probably would have succeeded with 6-linking things a lot more if I actually try, but the feeling of using 100 fusing and getting nothing, I don't like that feeling. So that is one of the reasons why I don't have done that. And by the way, I'm playing a Shaper, the graveyard map. So it's not a high level map, because I'm not comfortable enough with my survivability yet. So I need to play a little bit safer, just as, well, I need some more life first. And some better gear, but mostly more life. And for every level I'm getting stronger and more tankier. So that's why I'm not playing a high level map. I think I will be able to play a high level map, but as I said right now, I haven't been. I just am not comfortable enough with my survivability, and I also want a little bit more damage before I jump to like tier 10 plus maps. So a little bit later, but of course, if you're interested, I'm not gonna go into that incursion yet. I'm going to definitely do an update to this video short after, but I'm only level 78, so I need some more. I want some more level as well. And now let's go and clear all of the rest of the enemies in here and kill the boss, and then I'm going to show my gear. Actually, when I'm fighting this boss, I still have, as I said, I don't have that high amount of life yet, so I need to be careful against the boss, because I will not one-shot them. I will do good damage to them, but I will not be able to one-shot them. Oh, look at that. A few Chaos Orb. Definitely something I need, actually. So let's go for the boss. And bosses in a graveyard map is actually relatively dangerous, especially the bow use one. That's actually the one I'm scared about. So let's go here and fight them. Actually, I want to would love to actually just burst him down. Oh, this will not end well. Alright, it did end well. How did I survive that? I don't know, but that's actually one of the reasons. You could probably see that I was actually frozen as well. So I need to work more on my survivability. It's a little bit too low, but well, I didn't die, but yeah, you know what I mean. But I think you don't want me to waste time here, so I'm just gonna show my gear. Yeah, well, the first thing I'm gonna say, my gear is very cheap except for my armor, and the flask is not that expensive either. It costs like 5 chaos. This one I traded with a friend, which is in Pulse's Broken Heart. This is the single most expensive gear I actually own in the league. And probably it's not a must-have, but this armor is just brilliant. I love it. But it was expensive. I paid almost 5 exalts for this armor, and I actually bought it from a friend, which I gave an offer to, which actually 6-linked this one. So again, Michael, thank you for that. Then I'm using some crappy ones like this one. Why do I actually still using this one? I don't know, but it cost me 1 chaos. And another one, again, a 1 chaos. I should really upgrade my weapon soon. I want some more crit chance, which is going to be quite important when I get the amulet, but as long as I haven't get that amulet, I don't really need that crazy amount of crit chance. I have like almost 50%. Using this amulet here, which is an old amulet, which I used to do on have on my other character. I have this decent helmet here, the rings here, and you can see what you want. Oh, the usual stuff you want for your rings and amulets, life and resistance. And actually I haven't maxed out resistance. If you take a look at my here, I still need to max out my fire resistance, and I need a little bit more in cold resistance, so I need some better gear. The gear is not good enough. I'm using these gloves here, which I will change these gloves when I get the amulet, so I can have life on my gloves. And I'm using defensive belt here. These boots here, which I literally just traded for, and it cost me 2 chaos. Very cheap stuff. And my gem setup, I'm using ball lightning. I level 18 ball lightning right now. I'm using together with slower projectiles, so it have more time to hit enemies. Using lightning penetration, added lightning damage, spell echo, and increased critical strikes. If are these the best setup you can have? I don't know. I was gonna say it like that, so that might change still. Using the same as I have my other character, which is a warp lightning warp setup, which is very good to get out of a bad situation and just evade attacks and move around on the map. By forgetting to using it when I'm playing right now. I'm using Wrath, one of my auras, which is this one, give me 20% more spell lightning damage, which is quite nice. I'm using Hail of Thunder, and I'm using Clarity. And then I have a Valspark here, because why wouldn't I have a Valspark? Because it's fun, and I just have it with the fast projectile. It doesn't do that amount of damage, but I'm leveling up, and I'm probably going to have a full setup for it later, perhaps. Let's take a look at my skill tree. This is how my skill tree looks like. It's actually quite similar to my Incinerate skill tree. And I have a lot of things to do. I'm on my way for Breath of Lightning, and many of you will say, well, why are you taking that one? Because I want more shock chance, and also give me lightning damage. So that's why I'm gonna take that. A Yule Socket here, nothing special at all. I took Dark Arts because I'm dual wielding, and that is a lot of cast speed. I have some more life to take here. I have Lightning Walker, I have Annihilation, Heart and Soul, Practical Application, which I may or may not gonna take away later, but I need some dexterity because I'm using slower projectiles, and that is something I need to think about when I take away these gloves here, because this one gives me dexterity. So I need to get some dexterity on my gear, and if I can get enough dexterity, maybe I actually can drop the agility here. Or I could actually take the Yule, which converts intelligence into dexterity, just to have just 1 point and taking it to, and just change this one to that and get all of the intelligence in this area here into dexterity instead. Then I can both drop practical applications and agility. I might do that, but again, I don't really know yet, so that's something I need to think about. I took Arcane Potency, I have Serenity, Purity of Flash, I have Stormweaver, Light of Divinity, and I'm actually still thinking about taking both Amplify and Blast Radius, but I'm not entirely sure if it's worth it. It will, the damage will not apply to ball lightning, as I understand it. But increased area of effect will. But is it actually worth taking all of those points here just to get that increased AoE? Because the AoE is quite good as well, the striking, the arc striking area from the ball lightning. So I have to think about that. I have quick recovery, I've taken Celestial Judgment, and I think I may or may not take Celestial Punishment, and I may or may not drop this later. I'm not entirely sure if these are really that point efficient to get for Celestial Judgment, but I really like it. But maybe the lightning penetration I have is good enough. That's something I have to think about. I have Devotion. I'm going to take this note here because I need some more mana, because Ball Lightning is quite mana hungry. You can see every Ball Lightning I cast costs 100 mana, so that's a lot of mana. I have Combat Stamina. This Yule here, which I actually crafted myself, which is absolutely terrible, but better than nothing. And I have Constitution, so it's going quite well. And by the way, I'm using Herald of Thunder both for it because it gives you a lot of damage, but also because I'm using Mastermind on Discord, which grants me 25% lightning penetration if I'm affected by Herald of Thunder. Also increases the effect of heralds I'm using and reduces the mana reservation, which is very, very awesome. And when I level, when I ascend for the last time, I have two ways to take. Either I take the same as I have my Incinerate which is Line of Primordial and using Golems, or I go for Shape of Dissolution. The reason I went for Line of Primordial on my Incinerate Witch is because I have 100% chance to ignite enemies. But shock with this one is quite important when I'm using Impulsa's Broken Heart, and also give me a lot of damage when I shock something. But it's harder to getting longer shocks than actually ignite things. So Shape of Dissolution might be a good well, option. So I have to think about that at least. Anyway, this was just a short run over of one of my newest characters. And yes, I know many of you will ask, probably. I'm using the Lightning Skull, Arcane Halo, Battery Back Attunement, Stonecolor's Body Armor, Lightning Weapon, Axiom Weapon Effect, Arcane Character Effect, and the Steam Power Portal Effect. Just if some of you ask. And I think my friend just got another 6-link Impulsa's Broken Heart, and congratulations for him. Well, anyway, I hope you guys like this video here. Tell me what you think about my lightning build here, and if you have any suggestions for improvements, I would love to hear them. Anyway, thank you for watching. See you guys soon.